How we doing, guys? It's your boy Valhalla Sports, and I'm back with another video. This one's gonna be kind of short, cause it's not with NFL. It's not a rundown of the weeks or anything like that. It's not a prediction. Well, it is a prediction video, but this video is a prediction for Survivor Series, WWE Survivor Series WarGames tonight. There's only 5 matches on the card, not including the pre-show, so that's why I said it'll be a pretty short video. Definitely short compared to the last couple ones I've done. But we're gonna get right into this here. So the first match on the card, obviously, now before we start, I would like to say, just because I say first match on the card, doesn't mean that's gonna be the first match of the show. But the first match of the card that I looked at online, that was first match that I saw. So first match of the card is the SmackDown Women's Championship is on the line against Ronda Rousey and Shotzi. I said Ronda is going to retain on this. I really don't see how Shotzi could win, especially now with Shayna Baszler being in Ronda's corner. And on top of that, I also don't see... to be honest with you, I don't watch the live shows of wrestling anymore. I only watch the highlights of the shows. So, I don't even know how Shotzi got a title shot. I don't even know how she's in this match. I don't know how she earned herself a shot. I don't even know why WWE would book this match. Ronda's obviously going to kill Shotzi. And if Shotzi puts on a good fight, I'll be surprised. I really will. I like Shotzi, don't get me wrong. I think she's extremely talented. But you're putting her in a match with a woman who is not just the champion, but her nickname is the baddest woman on the planet for a reason. She is an ex-MMA champion. She was the longest reigning UFC women's champion in her freaking weight class until she finally lost to Holly Holm. She was undefeated forever. And she finally lost in a shocking fashion to Holly Holm, and that pretty much ended her UFC career. But she's still trained in MMA. She's a submission specialist. So, I just don't see how Shotzi wins this match. I'm going to say Ronda retains. Now, this one, we got a triple threat for the United States Championship. Seth Rollins is defending the U.S. title against Bobby Lashley and Austin Theory. All 3 men in this match have been former champions for holding this exact title at one point. Rollins, I think this is his 3rd time holding the title, actually. Lashley is a former 2-time United States champion. Theory is a former United States champion. I'm going to say Rollins retains on this, but if Lashley ends up winning it, I won't be surprised. And if it ends up where Theory wins, I won't be surprised either, because he has really he's been repackaged since losing the Money in the Bank contract, and he's found a new ferocious side of himself. So he's a beast now for some reason. He's not taking shit from anybody, so I don't think he's going to be a pushover in this match like some people think, because he's in the ring with Bobby Lashley, who is one of the greatest to ever step in the ring, and Seth Rollins, who is one of the current greatest in the company and in all of wrestling. So a lot of people are saying Theory's going to be a pushover. I don't think he's going to be a pushover. I'm saying Rollins, but I won't be surprised if he loses the title to either man. The only downfall for Rollins is being in a triple threat match. He doesn't have to get pinned to lose the title. Next match is a non-stipulation, non-title, just straight up one-on-one match. AJ Styles of the OC taking on Finn Balor of the Judgment Day. Obviously, this feud has been going on for a while. This feud dates back all the way back to when Styles was by himself. Gallows and Anderson weren't back in the company. Mia Yim wasn't back in the company. Dominic Mysterio wasn't a part of the group. Wasn't a part of Judgment Day. So this feud dates back a couple of months before half of these guys that are now involved in the feud were even in the groups they're in or in the company at all. I'm saying Styles, but as much as I love AJ Styles, anybody that knows me knows I'm a huge AJ Styles fan. I always have been. He's one of the best to ever step in the ring. He always will be. He's held literally every single title in every single promotion he's ever been in at least one time. And he's become such a pushover recently. He loses most of his matches. He doesn't, look good. He's become such a pushover, and it's sad. But I picked him because I really hope he finds a stride and wins tonight. And if not, then Finn Balor won. Likely because Judgment Day got involved. Luckily for Styles, though, he does have the OC's help. Luckily for Styles, Rhea Ripley probably won't be involved in any aspect tonight because she's fighting in a separate match. And luckily for Balor, Mia Yim also won't be involved. So, because she's involved in that same match that Ripley's involved in. So, luckily for these two men, the two females that may have been the game changer for who wins the match, are probably not going to get involved because they have their own match to prepare for. However, unlucky for these men, Finn Balor has Damian Priest, who's an absolute monster. He's an absolute beast. And Dominic Mysterio, who's basically the joke of the Judgment Day, but he could still do some damage when assisted. And unlucky for Balor, AJ Styles has Carl Anderson, who's a really good technical wrestler, and Luke Gallows, who is an all-out monster as well. So this could be a really even match, and luckily for both men, neither of the females that recently got put into the picture are probably gonna get involved because they both have their own matches to prepare for. I'm saying Styles. I'm confident in it. I'm confident that AJ can pick up the win tonight, and if not, part of me is gonna be upset. All right, now for the two huge matches of the card. This year's Survivor Series is different from this year's Survivor Series is different from past years. For the first time in main roster history and Survivor Series history, WarGames will be Survivor Series. Now, for those of you that don't really watch WWE or, you don't really watch NXT, WarGames is an absolute war. The name of the description of the match is literally in the match stipulation name. War. 2 rings, 1 gigantic cage, 5 versus 5. You can use anything you can get your hands on. You could use tables, ladders, chairs, kendo sticks, steel steps, whatever you can get your hands on, you can use. You can put your body on the line as much as you want to. You do whatever you have to do to beat the opposing team. It is a literal war, and it's an entry system, kind of. You start, one person from each team goes in, and then the other members, the 1 year, I don't know if they're going to do that this year, but the 1 year, one person from each team started in the ring, and then a timer tick, and then the rest of the members of each team were in two separate cages. A timer ticked down. The team that had the advantage has their first member out. And then it's a 2-on-1 in favor of that team with the advantage. And it's basically like a Battle Royal, Royal Rumble type thing. You go until every single member from each team is in the ring, and then that's when the mayhem really starts. The mayhem, it's a good match all around, don't get me wrong. But the mayhem truly starts when all 10 participants in the match are in the ring, taking on each other. Well, not taking on each other, obviously, but they're beating the living hell out of the other team. This year, the men's War Games, there's a men's and a women's War Games match. First time ever on the main roster, so this should be interesting. The men's War Games match is the Bloodline, which, for those of you that are out of the loop for some reason, Roman Reigns, Jimmy and Jey Uso, Solo Sikoa, and Sami Zayn will take on Team Brawlin' Brutes, which is Sheamus, Ridge Holland, Butch, Drew McIntyre, and Kevin Owens. This one, I said the Bloodline is going to win. I really want Brawlin' Brutes to win. I like the Brawlin' Brutes. I like McIntyre. I love Kevin Owens. But I don't think the Bloodline are going to lose. I just don't think the Bloodline are going to lose. I don't see how the Bloodline, especially when they're in a stipulation where they are working together, and it's legal, I don't see how they're going to lose. They help each other win matches when it's illegal to come out and help each other. Now it's legal for them to help each other and work together. So I don't see how the Bloodline's going to lose. The women's War Games match now. It is Team Bianca, which is Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Mia Yim, and just revealed last night, Becky Lynch. Now, Mia Yim has had her name changed to Michin. So I said Mia Yim, but technically her name now is Michin. That's going to take some getting used to. So I'm going to refer to her as Mia Yim for a lot. And then that team is taking on Team Damage Control, which is Bayley, Io Sky, Dakota Kai, Nikki Cross, and Rhea Ripley. And if you guys remember earlier, I mentioned that Rhea Ripley and Michin, aka Mia Yim, would be in a match together at one later on in the night, which is why they probably want to get involved in the Styles Balor match. This is that match. Michin is part of Team Bianca. Ripley is part of Damage Control. So with that said, this one I took Team Bianca in. If Team Damage Control wins, it's probably going to be because Rhea Ripley does a lot of damage. But I have Team Bianca winning only because you have two superstars on that team that are massive returns. Mia Yim came back out of nowhere and sided with the OC. She was the member that they had. She was the member that they brought in to help cure their Rhea Ripley problem, right? Now she goes and splits off from them for a little storyline and joins forces with Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, and Asuka, who have been feuding with Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky for a little bit. And then you have Becky Lynch, who has been on the shelf for the last couple of months. Since SummerSlam back in August, she has been on the shelf with an injury caused by Damage Control. So, two massive returns, and both of those women who had those returns are on one team. I picked Team Bianca for that reason and because that team is star-studded. You got Bianca Belair, who is the Raw Women's Champion. She's one of the top females in the company today. One of the top females in wrestling as a whole in today's wrestling. You got Alexa Bliss, who is well-loved by the people. She is one of the top superstars in the company. You got Asuka, who obviously everybody knows Asuka. She was undefeated over in Japan for a while, came over to WWE, was undefeated for a little bit there as well, continued her undefeated streak, eventually lost it, but she's still one of the best in wrestling today. She's still one of the best in WWE. Then you got Mia Yim, who was a top female in the company, was a top female in the entire company in her first run, and then got abruptly fired out of nowhere. And then you got Becky Lynch, who has always been a top star since joining the main roster. She's been a top star. She's well loved by the fans. Everybody loves her work. She's good in the ring. She's good on the mic. She's one of the top females in the company. She's one of the top females in the entire industry. That team is absolutely stacked. If that team loses, I will be shocked. I'm picking Team Bianca. Alright, that's my predictions. I will be back Tuesday to give you guys a rundown of NFL, Week 12 of the NFL. I will be back then, so keep an eye out for that. If you're not subscribed already, make sure you subscribe so you can get notifications for when I post, because I'm going to start posting a lot more frequently, hopefully. And if you're not following me on any of my other platforms, go do that as well. Go follow me on Twitch. It's the NSC Viking. My Twitter is the same. My TikTok is the same. So go follow me on them. I post on Twitter a lot. I post on TikTok pretty much every day. And if not, it's multiple times a week at this point. I post a lot on TikTok. I don't stream as much anymore, but I do post a lot on TikTok. So make sure you go follow me there. And yeah, I will catch you guys on Tuesday. I'm out of here. Peace and love. Catch you on the next one. Peace!